My name is Benton Stokes. I'm a former fundamentalist, post-evangelical worship leader, and songwriter. I enjoy wry Manhattans, roller coasters, and road trips, just not all at the same time.
I'm Elane O'Rourke, and I'm a teacher, an author, and a spiritual coach. I was a philosophy professor and a liberal pastor in a couple of former lives, and these days, I love aha moments and not-so-dry martinis.
We have conversations about life and God with a queer perspective, over cocktails, like you. This is Cocktail Theology. Today we're drinking a riff on a classic gin tiki drink called the Saturn.
I admit gin tiki drink always takes me a minute, and I understand why gin is in tiki drinks. It's because of sailing ships and sealing wax and stuff. But it always, whenever you say gin tiki drink, I have to like I can feel my brain go. All right, the Saturn. Okay.
Saturn. Ooh.
I'm gonna have to try that again.
I really like it.
Okay. I wasn't prepared for the flavor, and so again, the gears in my brain are going very slowly right now. Like I can hear them going click, click, zzz,
Right.
click. So what's in it?
Again, it's a riff, so it's not the classic recipe, but it's gin. It's the pineapple rum from Plantaray that we like so much.
Oh, okay.
There's
interesting.
Velvet Falernum, which also gives it the tiki thing.
I can't really taste that.
It's in there, and actually a pretty generous amount.
Interesting. Okay.
And then it has a little pomegranate liqueur.
Okay.
And lemon juice.
I'm gonna try this one more time. I know I keep saying that, but I feel like the balance is off. Like I like the flavors in it, but I feel like, I don't know, something's not quite right. The color is fantastic.
It is.
I think what you need to do is to make it again. And let me try it again.
Oh, okay. Try it again.
Yeah, I might need a couple more tries just to see. And maybe we can get the gnats out. You can so tell it's summer.
Yeah.
Like we've been in here for 10 seconds and the gnats are already in here. Anyway, what are we talking about today?
So something sort of hit me today as I was perusing the news.
Oh.
Yeah, never a good thing.
No.
The thing that occurred to me was, do we as a society value wisdom anymore? When I think about traits that we consider to be successful or enviable or aspirational, wisdom doesn't really seem to come up. People want money, they want power, they want success in that very material, look at me kind of way.
Yep.
But wisdom is not that kind of success. No. Wisdom is a very quiet kind of success that's definitely earned.
Yes.
Nobody hands you wisdom.
Nope.
Only Solomon was handed wisdom from God because he prayed for it.
Yeah, and he still screwed everything up.
And he still messed it all up. I just wonder if we think wisdom is valuable anymore. If we consider wise people to be important in our society anymore. You know, it's like there are people as they get older who are passing, who we have as a society considered to be wise in one way or another.
Okay.
When Billy Graham passed away, love him or not, a lot of people considered him to be a very wise man in the ways of God. The comment was always, there will never be another one of him. And then there are people who are getting up in years, people like Dolly Parton. There will never be another Dolly. I consider Dolly to be very wise. But it doesn't seem as though there's anybody that is moving in the direction of being that person for another generation. You know what I mean? It's like, I think people are still becoming wise simply because they keep living. They fall down, they get up, they make mistakes and whatever. And some people learn from those mistakes and they become wiser. Some people don't. But it just seems that when I look at the news and the things that people seem to be drawn to and motivated by, wisdom isn't on that list.
Okay. I hear you. I'm trying not to give counter examples and trying not to debate what you just said.
Okay.
I want to tease out what you just said.
Sure.
What do you mean by wisdom?
I think I mean knowledge, which that's a tricky word, but knowledge that's gained from experience, life experience, being able to share that experience with other people is a display of wisdom, I think.
Okay. I'm going to press on this, okay? Because I think that it may make a difference.
Okay.
Okay. So if I run guns for a living, and I learned from many years of escaping from the law and running guns and making money and losing money and such, and I teach somebody else how to run guns well, am I sharing wisdom?
Well, you're sharing experience.
Yes.
Running guns is not necessarily a wise thing to do.
Okay, so let's tease that out. What's the difference between my sharing my experience, my hard knocks learning, my passing along a trade? What's the difference between that and wisdom?
I think wisdom adds something important to a conversation or to an education. I think that wisdom, by definition, is something that adds something positive, something good to the world.
Okay. I'm going to add to that, and feel free to object to anything I suggest.
Okay.
So there's something about wisdom that comes about from experience, comes about from self-knowledge, that has to do with improving the world.
Yes.
And improving the people in front of you. It has to do with a rightly centered way of living. It has to do with wholeness. It has to do with goodness. Like, I find it difficult to imagine somebody I would call wise who I would also say is morally corrupt. So there's something about wisdom that has to do with ethics at the very highest level, and deep morality, deep sense of self, others. There's something about listening in wisdom. There's something about age in wisdom. You can be very smart, having had lots of tough knocks and gotten up from them. You can be resilient and young. You can be all kinds of things and young, but wisdom takes time. Right. Wisdom takes discernment. Wisdom takes work.
Yeah.
Okay. So we agree with all those things?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. So if we think about wisdom as having those characteristics, then I think we can break it into a question that may help us decide whether it was ever actually valued.
Okay.
Or whether we just think it was valued.
Yeah.
But then how we might find it in different forms now.
Sure.
Okay? So there's something about ethical behavior. There's something about love in it. And it might not be love like... It may not even be affectionate, but there's something about willing the good of others.
Yes.
That kind of love.
Yeah.
There's something about having had difficult times and come through them a better person.
Yes.
Okay? All those things.
Yes.
So age of some, whatever that means, and all those other things.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we look for those things, that could help us.
Yes. Okay.
I do think that you're exactly right about those being less publicly valued than perhaps we would like, or perhaps we used to think we did.
Yeah.
And part of that is we don't value age.
No.
We like to say things like 60 is the new 40, which means we don't value 60.
Yeah.
We value 40.
Right.
Right? That's a really important thing.
Yeah, it is.
If I look at, for example, somebody like Brad Pitt, and I think about the age he presents versus the age someone at his age did 50 years ago, that person looks way older.
Right.
Even though they didn't look old at the time.
Yeah.
But our understanding of what growing up is different.
Sure.
We look at somebody like, what's the Jenner mom? Kris Jenner?
Yeah.
We admire her for continuing to improve on her looks, et cetera, et cetera. And we'll say things like, her surgeries are fantastic. Right? Which tells us that age all by itself is not valued.
Not valued, no.
So that's one of the challenges.
Yeah.
Okay, so take that one and go, oh, right. Right? It's like, as little as I like Donald Trump, and I've never liked him, when people belittle the bruises on his hands or belittle his swollen ankles, I'm like, the man's 80 years old.
Right.
Cut him some freaking slack.
Right.
For that stuff.
Right.
For being a horrible human being. That's all on him.
Yeah.
But 80 and clearly not physically well. Just back up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But the fact that we will critique him on that is telling.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
One of the reasons Dolly is so appreciated by people who don't necessarily know her wisdom, and I agree with you, I think she is a wise person and she's a loving person.
She
is because she's done so much to take care of herself.
She has.
She always comes out into the world looking great. That doesn't go with wisdom.
Right.
Okay? So I think that there's a challenge here in the way Americans think of what's valuable.
Yeah.
And so even if we value the values and the experience of wisdom, we don't value the fact that it comes from somebody who's been around for a while.
Right.
So that automatically cuts down who we're seeing potentially as being wise. Because everybody who looks over 60 is irrelevant.
Yeah.
They become relevant by trying to look as if they're 40 and achieving it, by being obnoxious, right? Like even Bernie Sanders, who I respect in multiple ways, one of the reasons he's well known is he's obnoxious.
Yeah.
Okay. He may be very wise, but he doesn't present wisdom as a defining characteristic.
You're right.
Okay. And you did say something about wisdom that I thought was important too. You said something about wisdom is quiet. We don't value quiet at all.
At all.
So, if you take America and you take short attention span and you take social media and you take clickbait and you take all that, it cuts down who you're going to see, period.
Right.
And then how you would recognize wisdom if it's presented to you.
Yeah.
So, I wonder whether it's less that we don't value wisdom, although I think you could argue that, than we don't value the surroundings of wisdom. So, if I think of somebody who's like 30 and been through a lot and says something thoughtful and caring, I think of them as wise.
Yeah.
That's not exactly what we're talking about, but I'm more likely to see them if they're 30 than see them if they're 70 and look 70.
Right.
Okay. We just finished a couple of episodes on AI. And one of the challenges of AI is AI presents itself as wise.
Yeah.
Because it listens.
Right.
And feeds back to us a more potentially wide-ranging view of what we already want to hear. Do you think that people are experiencing AI as wise?
Probably. If you view AI as everyone's collective knowledge, experience, wisdom, whatever, and you think that we should value the collective gathering of all that, then I would say, yeah, that you would see AI as wise. But as we've talked about before, the problem with that is it's going to reflect back to you things that you're already kind of saying and in a language that you already understand. So it's going to resonate. So maybe it registers as wisdom because you're thinking, right, of course, when actually not so much.
Okay. So that's one source people might be looking to for what we would call wisdom.
Right.
I'm trying to just kind of brainstorm because I think we all want that. I think we all are looking for people who have more experience than we do, who can guide us.
Yes.
So maybe we are also looking not into the public sphere, but into personal relationships with people who are farther ahead or wiser than we are.
Yeah.
I met with somebody we know yesterday, older, and he was saying that he wished that he had discovered me or us 40 years ago.
Wow.
And I was like, you wouldn't have looked for us 40 years ago.
No.
You had to get here to value what we have.
Yeah.
But what struck me was he was definitely seeing us as wise. Educated, but wise.
Yeah.
Right? I think we're seeing that in individual relationships. Your relationship with the younger people at work
Yeah.
is No, don't. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, be careful not to just go, because it's important.
It is important.
And the challenge of that is then, okay, well, if I'm seen as wise, then hell, I'm 112. Right? So I wonder how many of us get seen as wise and go, no, I still have plenty of mistakes to make. I'm about to go make one right now. Right? But I mean, because the emphasis is on, right? So I think that maybe people are looking in more of those one-on-one relationships, especially people who like talk about themselves. They're waiting to see how somebody responds to them talking about themselves for 20 minutes. And then if they say, go on, or, I hear that person is somehow immediately wise.
Yeah.
Like I had this experience recently with a coworker.
Okay.
Over many days. And I'm sure that somebody is, of course, because I am brilliant and wise, but also because over many days I went, and I asked good questions. And I said, what I hear you saying is, right? So I wonder if we're getting that more from individual relationships than the public sphere.
Yeah, maybe so.
So maybe there's some of that.
Yeah.
One of the sets of people who occur to me as being seen as wise more and more are the Obamas.
Yes, sure.
Right? We have seen them grow in gravitas and in both honesty, but also in contrast to others.
Yes.
And I think that there's something about wisdom that shows up in contrast to foolishness, boorishness, that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So for us to see it in the larger world, we have to see it in contrast.
Yeah, I see that.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If we're living in tribal settings or larger communal settings, the older person who knows if you eat that berry, you will die, but this berry's okay, becomes the wise person because they've survived the berries.
Yes, right.
Right? They're in contrast, all the young people who are off eating the stupid berry. Right? So that contrast is there. I think it's harder to find that contrast.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to go looking for those people who have some solidness, who speak more softly, not in the sense that they talk like this, but in the sense that they're not saying, look at me, look at me, look at me. They're not the people who come through our feeds because our feed values the people who get clicks.
Yeah, right.
Right. So I'm kind of, I'm throwing that out at you as thoughts. What do you think about any or all of that? Or give me a no, you've lost your mind, Elane, or something.
I think the thing that's really frustrating me right now, as you're talking, all of this makes a lot of sense. But the people that we are elevating to quote unquote lead us, to exemplify success, are clearly not wise people. Their behavior would show them to be unserious, foolish.
Yep.
You mentioned boorish. I'm not saying that all Americans celebrate these people because we don't, and I know there are plenty of other people like us. But enough Americans do that it causes us as a society to seem unserious. When our president goes over to NATO and makes an utter idiot of himself and shames the United States, it's just like, that's what the world thinks we think is worthy of leading us.
Right.
It makes me feel like our society has become really kind of foolish. And I know that's not true, but there are enough of us that aren't valuing the kind of leadership that President Obama gave us, or that other presidents in the past have given. And even if you disagreed with them politically, there were many presidents that displayed presidential behavior in ways that didn't embarrass the United States.
Correct.
And like celebrities, and it's just like the vapidity of these people. There is no substance at all. It's frustrating to me because you're right. You go to your feed, and the algorithm's going to shift. If I start clicking on really smart, wise people, then I'll get more smart, wise people.
Yep.
But you kind of have to curate your algorithm. You have to train your algorithm to feed you things that actually inspire and motivate instead of just play to all of your, weaker angels, I guess.
So I'd like to offer a corrective to your original question.
Okay.
Why is it so hard to find wise people?
Okay.
Rather than, do we value them? I think we do value them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that the dopamine hit that comes from asininity, whatever that word would be, people being asinine, we get a dopamine hit from that, so we look for more of it.
Yeah.
We look for the kicks to the crotch.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I don't, but people do.
People do.
Like, what is that movie that's out right now, right? That's like the umpteenth in a series of movies about men behaving badly.
Right.
Right? There's something about that gives us that immediate, I am better than that.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the reality is we have to be more discerning. We have to work harder for it because loud is loud.
Yeah.
And wisdom is not loud.
Wisdom is never loud. That's
It
right.
has never been loud. You've always had to go looking for wisdom. When you brought this up, my immediate thought was that setting aside Solomon praying for wisdom, that one thing, every other mention of wisdom in the Bible is about a woman shouting in the streets.
Right.
Shouting in the streets as passers-by.
Yeah.
First of all, it's a woman who shouldn't have been listened to, right? Because women weren't listened to. I'll sit there for a moment for that. But it's also shouting in the streets.
Yep.
And the Bible praises those who listen for her voice as she shouts in the streets.
Yeah.
Which tells you that wisdom has always been hard to find, shunned, and required attention.
Yeah.
And so I raise that not to say that's the way it should be, but to say this is not a new problem.
It's not.
And I think that the older we get and the more aware of the difference, the more we hunger for rooms of wisdom rather than rooms of buffoonery.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would no more be interested in going to a frat party now. Like, I can't even imagine that. I mean, I could barely imagine it when I was the age that I should be going to frat parties. But at this point, I look at that and I just go, aw, everybody got 911 on there. Okay, good. Who's driving? Okay, good. Yeah. I think that part of what's happening is as we, and I'll just say you, as you are aging, you are more and more aware of the absurdity of some of our leaders. And of the culture in general that just idolizes nonsense.
Yeah, right.
The idolization of nonsense is not new. It's harder to escape.
Yeah.
So I lift that up in the hope that it gives you hope.
Yeah.
And in the hope that it will help you claim your own wisdom and claim your own seniority in that best sense of being able to stop, listen, speak, which is really important. Like at some point, one becomes the people who must speak.
Yeah.
Rather than the people who must just listen.
Yeah.
The willingness to not make stupid mistakes for the sake of making them. You can make some, like it's totally, like one should dance foolishly in the street.
Yeah.
I believe in this.
Yeah.
Like foolishness, great. But there is something about modeling thoughtfulness and explaining thoughtfulness to people that's really useful to them when it's useful to them.
Yeah.
But it's being prepared to do that and not being afraid that maybe you don't have anything to say because you do.
Yeah.
And the world needs it.
Yeah.
The world needs people who are gentle and thoughtful and speaking.
You're right.
Does that help at
It does.
all?
It does. Yeah.
So maybe you need to stop looking for the people outside who are wise.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, you've got me. What else do you need?
What else do I need?
I mean, me and Minerva. So that's a whole other conversation.
Listeners, tell us about the wise people you know in your life.
Yes, please.
People that have bestowed wisdom on you in some way the people that you know that are wise, the people that you know that are putting light out into the world.
Yes.
Maybe you're one of those people. We would love to hear from you. Cocktailtheology.com is where we are. Please like, share, and subscribe wherever you're listening to us right now, because that helps other people find us.
Yes.
And give us ideas and questions and comments. We love all of that.
And if you're listening to us in a place where you can obviously comment, or if you're, following us on Instagram, or you have seen us on YouTube, or you're following us on Spotify, or you go to Apple Music or Libsyn, or any of the places you might find us, I personally would love to know who in the world you are finding wise. Because I would love to follow them and give them all kinds of likes and learn from them. Because I need those people in my life. I need that inspiration.
Yeah, me too.
So share, please.
Share, please. Till next time.
Bye.
Funny how the view can change, how life just seems to rearrange itself. No matter what it was, I don't know how it goes, but look, moving on feels pretty good. Moving on feels pretty good.
If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a like and hit subscribe wherever you're listening right now. We welcome your comments, questions, and ideas for conversations and for cocktails. Please get in touch with us at our website, cocktailtheology.com. Cocktail Theology is a production of SFS. Our theme song is Moving On Feels Pretty Good, recorded by yours truly, Benton Stokes. You can find my music wherever you stream your favorite artists. Join us next Thursday for another new episode.